Have you ever wondered what goes on inside your mind? Well, I've thought of it a lot during everyday moments, whenever I'm talking to my friends at school, or solving a puzzle, or even just sitting there, lost in thought. During these times, I often wonder how these thoughts in my mind came to be, and whether they revealed a part of myself I never knew. Now, I will admit, it might seem a bit strange to sit and wonder about how your own mind works, because let's be honest, though most of us already hear our thoughts and experience our emotions firsthand, my past self would agree with you too. I used to struggle a lot with anxiety, and I always thought it was useless to sit and listen to all these thoughts and emotions whirling within my mind, assuming it would just make me more stressed and anxious. That is, until the day that I discovered mindfulness during one of my psychology classes. That fateful day that I sat cross-legged in my room, closed my eyes, and just focused on the rhythm of my breathing, I discovered something life-changing. I discovered what it truly meant to be conscious. The moment that I focused my awareness into the present, I started to tune out the world and all its static, and instead focused on the sensations I was experiencing. I let my mind flow as much as it wanted to, with all its worries, without judging myself or reacting to them. And it was then that I finally escaped the spiral I was in and saw my mental landscape crystal clear. I was finally able to pause and respond without panic, because I stopped fighting my thoughts and emotions and instead started understanding them. This isn't to say that it's easy to work on your anxieties or your mental burdens, of course not. But I am here to tell you that this first step to achieving mental well-being is closer than you think. It's understanding your own consciousness. Now, I know what you're thinking. How? We barely know anything about why or how we're conscious. The mind itself is a mystery to even the most qualified psychologists. To that I say, when has lack of knowledge ever stopped humanity from theorizing about how things work? There are countless theories that try to explain consciousness and what it truly means to be aware. And many, if not all of them, can actually help us build the foundation of our mental well-being. One of these theories is a biological explanation called the neural correlates of consciousness theory. It basically explains consciousness through the workings of the brain and the firing of billions of neurons, and says that we experience our environment and even our own thoughts and emotions because of our brain activating different regions within itself. This perspective sounds simple enough, right? But it's truly beautiful when you delve into its implications, because then you realize that it reassures us that our thoughts, emotions, and feelings are natural parts of ourselves and not weaknesses within us. It reminds us that our mental struggles are not all in our head. They are real physical issues, and they have a scientific explanation. Knowing this reason behind my consciousness actually helped me feel less ashamed about my mental struggles. And it could help you too. You know why? Because I realized that the way we feel isn't because of our personal failures. It's because of the natural responses of our brain. But philosophers like David Chalmers and Thomas Nagel suggest that consciousness goes deeper than just brain activity. And even this perspective can help us strengthen our mental well-being and see ourselves and the world around us in a different light. In fact, let's pause for a moment. I'd like you all to close your eyes and just immerse yourself into your thoughts and emotions that you're experiencing right now. Focus on your breathing, then how you feel at this moment. Then what you think of who you are and who you wish to be. This is what they suggest consciousness is. They forgo the scientific explanation entirely and claim that consciousness is more than just mechanisms and systems. Consciousness is being able to understand who you are and form our identity, perspectives, and behaviors, not just process our surroundings. It's based on our own unique experiences, and it's not just a blueprint embedded in everyone the same way. When you truly understand this, you'll start to view the world as a tapestry of different ideas and skills, instead of comparing yourselves to others and constantly feeling like you're not good enough or that you don't fit in. That's not all. It'll open for you a path to a more positive and mentally resilient way of living. It'll make discussions about your mental struggles that much more important and less shameful within society. Most importantly, it'll encourage you to accept who you truly are. That's the thing. At the core of both these theories is a simple truth. You have a quiet but real power over your consciousness. The power to pause, connect with your inner world, and essentially shape the foundation of your mental well-being. And you can utilize this power in the simplest of ways. Just 15 minutes of meditation a day tunes you in with your awareness and does wonders for your mental clarity. And even just journaling your experiences helps you reflect upon your thoughts and emotions without getting overwhelmed or spiraling into negative self-talk. But before I go, one last important thing to note is that consciousness is also like the depths of the ocean. The more we dive in, the more we realize just how vast it is beneath the surface. And while some suggest that this mystery of our complex mind is humbling, I think we've all learned today that understanding our consciousness is just what we need in order to grow, connect with each other, and understand ourselves better. Because nurturing our consciousness, our thoughts, our emotions, our inner selves is one of the most important ways to nurture our well-being. Thank you.